Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna continue working on this gas station. Let's get started. So before we do anything else, I want to save this project. So click on save right here and then just go to your location first. So for me, I'm just locating where I want to save this one. And then now I'm gonna put it on his folder. So type in gas station, and then we could, before we click save, what you want to do is go to option, and then in option we'll be able to set how many backups are we gonna add. Usually if you're good enough, or if you're expert level, around 1 to 5, intermediate around that time, that uh, backups as well. But if you're beginner, maybe you could do around 10, so that you can always go back to the folder or to the file if you make a mistake. So right now I'm just gonna set it to 5, and then I'm gonna be pressing OK and then save afterwards. Not Now that it's saved, we'll be able to continue. We're going to add the walls first. So here, we're going to add the convenience store first. So click on wall, and then here under wall, click on edit type. And some of you probably have generic walls that are completely empty. And then some of you will have newer Revit that will have presets like so. What you need to do is just select one of those, and then you can just click edit type and then duplicate this, and then let's call this exterior wall number 1. Press OK, and then we're going to basically delete all of this. The only thing that you cannot delete is this 3: core boundaries, structure, and core boundaries. Those are the only 3 that you won't be able to delete, as they are default, and you won't be able to delete it anyway because it will be grayed out. So this side will be the exterior side, and this side will be the interior side. And then now you can just simply press delete. Once you're here, as you can see, it's grayed out. You won't be able to delete them. And then once you select that one again, it will be live, and you'll be able to delete anything. Now I'm gonna set my thickness to 150, and then in terms of material, what I usually like starting off is a white wall. So I could set it to maybe gypsum wallboard. That will be a fast way of adding a white wall. So now I'm just gonna leave it at gypsum wallboard, press OK, and then OK again. So now we have our wall set up. Now what we want to do is to focus on the properties. You'll be able to select it right here as well, but I want it to be in the properties, because once we set this one as well, it will be set up here as well. So we don't need to worry about this. This is just a quick change to see whatever's right here as well. So now our base constraint will be on the ground. So basically base constraint, that's the start of our wall. So it will be ground, and then there's no base offset, and then the top constraint, we want it to be at the top of roof store. So once we set that, it will set to 3600. As you remember in the previous video, we set up the elevation and then the level of those. So that's why it's already set up. It's basically common to set up everything before you add any walls and everything. So now that ground and top constraint, and then we don't put anything on the offset, we'll be able to select it right here. Good thing it's already wall center line, and then change is already checked as a default, so we don't need to do anything else. We just need to zoom in at number 1. So A1 is right here. So we'll be able to add A1, select it right there. After that, we go to D1. So it's fairly simple. It's just mostly rectangular, but at the same time, we need to add in rooms and all of that. So let's focus on exterior walls first, and then we're going to change this one a bit. So now we're here at D, and then we're going to go back to all the way to, I'm just checking my notes here, it will be 12. So D12, and then once we set that up, what I want to do is put in a little bit of indentation right here. So here, I'm going to select that again, CS, and then around number 6 grid line, we're going to put around 1000 only. And then we could just select it right there. Now, what we're going to do is TR, trim and extend, right there. And then here, we're going to put trim and extend. So that's just a quick way of having that indentation right there, just 1000 millimeters. And then we could then start this one again, CS. I want it to be at D12 again, going down to F12. And then after that, we're going to F13, go up again to A13, and then close it off at A1. So now we have our exterior wall, and then we're going to create our interior wall. So let's select wall again. Good thing it's basic wall, exterior wall number 1. We could just select that again, edit type, and then we're going to duplicate it. We just need to type in again, exterior wall number 1, press OK, edit, and then now we're going to just leave it like this, because it's easier for us to change materials later on, because we already set up each and every component, if it's interior or exterior. So let's leave it like a gypsum wallboard, so having that white part again. So now what we need to do is we need to click from D6 to A6. So D6 is right here, so we'll be able to connect it instantly, because we know that it's the same thickness, 150. If it's not, if you're planning to have a different thickness, you can do so, but my suggestion is don't join them yet, so that you'll be able to align the faces. But if you're just following this, it's going to be easy, and we're just going to have the same thickness, and it's basically just click on those. So A6 will be the last one right here, and then we go to number 8. So 8 grid line, we're going to have the same wall again, and then after that we go to number D10, So basically, right here, we're going to add another wall, interior, and then again, we're going to have D12 up to A12. So now we're just basically adding multiple walls to separate all of them all together. And then here, we're going to click E12 to E13. We're also going to do the same thing at B6 to B8. So that's done right there. And then here, we're going to add, this will be around 10 to 12 grid line. We're going to add a line right here in the middle. So don't worry about the distance yet because we're going to figure it out. It will be just 1,000 away from that grid line, which is the B grid line. So I'm setting it up so that it will move from this grid line right there. So as you can see, the wall move as well. And then right here, I believe we already set up everything that we have and will be able to add indoors as we speak. So let's go to insert. We're going to load some of the doors. So let's load family, go to doors, and go to residential. And we're going to just use the residential, or let's see if we have something in commercial that we'll be able to add. I want to add this one to our mechanical. I believe this one is good. And then the rest will have some sort of this door as well. So we're going to add multiple doors. So here I'm going to add this door, click open, and let's look for 9,000 by 2,000. So we're going to load one at a time because if you load everything, it will make your Revit file big. So knowing that I'm just gonna use that in one of the room, it will be easier for me to just load one. So here I'm going to add one. You type in DR so that you'll be able to add it instantly. So here I'm just going to add it right here on the mechanical electrical room. So we have it right there. The reason that I type in DR so that we could add it instantly, or you need to go to architecture and then click the door. So either way, it's the same thing. I'm just giving you guys the shortcut in order for it to be fast. Then let's go back to insert again, load family, and then let's look for a simple single door that will be able to add on the others. And like I said earlier, this one will be the one that I'm gonna choose. So click on open, look for 9,000 by 2,000. I want to be consistent with the width of the door, even though it's single door. And then we're going to add double doors, and then we want it to be consistent with the size as well. So now click on OK, and then type in DR again. And let's add doors right here. And then we have doors right here on this side. I wanted to flip it on the other side, so you click on your space bar. And then I'm going to add a door right here on this side, which is the 10 and 12. So I just want to show it to you guys where I put everything so that you guys can follow along. And like I said, we will be adding double doors. Here I need to flip it around, so it's very easy to flip. you're just going to click it to flip in the instance, and then right here, flip again. And then now I'm just seeing we need to add same same walls and an interior wall. So it's easy for us to just select this one instead and then type in CS. So CS stands for create similar. It's basically if you have something that you already added before, it's instantly, you just need to select them and then type in CS and you'll be able to add them again instantly. So that's a good way of adding anything that you want faster than looking than going to architecture, clicking on walls again, and those kind of stuff. That takes longer, especially when you're so in deep with your project already that it will be harder just to add those kind of stuff. So this is a quick way of doing something like that. So now, like I said, we need interior walls again. Select interior wall that you know, or you could just select here or whatever. Once you see the interior wall, CS on that, and then let's add wall right here to divide them all together. So that's B7 to A7. And then again, here, what we're gonna do is zoom in, and then we have the midpoint right here. We're going to use the midpoint so that everything goes all together. So now, these are the ones that I'm going to put in as a um, washroom or a bathroom. So now what we can do is go back to insert, load family, and let's add in an, a door which is like this. Of course, without any windows. As you can see in the preview, you'll be able to see the preview of that. So like I said, or like I showed you, I added the ones with windows for the regular rooms, but now I want this one so that you're completely um, your privacy, you will be able to have a privacy without any windows right there. So now click on open, and then here we're going to maintain 900 by 2000. So press OK. See, so DR, and then once you click on DR, let's add them right here on this side, spacebar, and then here as well, spacebar to flip it on the other side. Then again, we need to put it on this side, and then let's add it right here, flip it, and then right here, and flip it on the other side by using spacebar. I just want to double check what are we missing, or are we missing anything, and it looks like everything is good enough. We'll be able to have a double door here, and then for the convenience store with the store, we could put in a double door as well. So for the office and then the administration, we have that, another office right here, and then office on the other side. So here we just need to add in another door right here. So CS, and then let's just add another door onto this space, or we could just add it right here. So now I'm just double checking. So we add everything except for this one because we're going to use like a curtain door. because we're going to add curtain windows right here. So we're going to add it right here, and right there. Um, so what we could do so that we could add it is go back to architecture, click on wall, go to drop down, and then click on curtain wall. And then here, what we could do is we're going to add right here. I want it to be facing from the inside, so you want to make sure that it's in the inside, not the other way around. So I'm going to add it right here before the end, and then another one all the way right here before the end. So give it some gap. I'm going to add it right here as well, and then also right here. And then lastly, let's add it right here. So now we have all of that all together. What we can do now is go to modify and then cut geometry. So we want to make sure to delete so that we should be able to show all the glass. So now select, so click on cut geometry and then select the wall and then the curtain wall. The wall and the curtain wall, and then you do it on all of those that you add windows for. And if we go to 3D to check how it looks like that for now. Obviously, it's not all the way to the bottom, so we could just pull it a bit at the top. And we want to maintain consistency, so I'm going to pull it down as well. And then AL is to align them all together. So I'm going to align it like that, except for this one, because what we could do here is we're going to add like the curtain doors right here. Obviously, it needs to be on this side. So now I'm just going to align this one right there, and then for the top, we could align them all together. We could be consistent on all of them. And then here, we could just align them right there. So when you're using align, you select the ones that you want to copy first, and then the one that after that, the one that you want to apply that copy. So that's how you do it. So we're gonna stop here for now and continue on the next video. Thank you for watching and hope you liked the video. Please hit like and subscribe. Feel free to comment down below.